Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at SparkPoint. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, taking a look at SparkPoint on the daily chart, we are on TradingView. On the daily chart, we do have a bullish cross playing in, which is great. If you haven't seen the previous SRK update, then I would encourage you to check it out before watching this one so that you would have more context, because I'm not going to be repeating myself a lot and saying things that I've said in the previous videos for the sake of the length of the video. So considering you have watched the previous video, we are in a lot of bullish patterns right now on SparkPoint. And what I do want to, look at is this bullish cross that is your confirmation on the daily chart for a buy signal, basically, right? If you've been dollar cost averaging in here on these prices, which I have been doing, and since this low in September 30th, you're up 70% if you bought in. Okay, now what else do I want to show you? I have to bring back the drawing, so I'm going to do that by just doing that. Okay, so obviously we're breaking out of this large symmetrical triangle or bear pennant that we have on the daily chart. So I do call it a pennant because of this strong move towards the downside, but it's been taking so long for it to play out that you might as well consider it a symmetrical triangle. But regardless, there is another pattern that I'm going to show you, which you can consider a symmetrical triangle on the KuCoin exchange in just a couple of minutes. But right now, what you're doing is you're running into resistance at 0.00538, and you've hit that level once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times almost, and you can't get through that level, and you're being supported. Hopefully, you're going to keep the golden ratio, the 0.618 as support, and the EMAs are going to start pushing you up, and eventually you're going to break this resistance level, all right? After you break that level, I would assume we're going to get a nice little move, and I would assume that we're going to get to this target at 0.00666, which is the previous high of this Fib retracement. So we do have the low in September, and we do have the high September 5th at 0.00666, okay? And that is exactly where the falling wedge was formed. This blue falling wedge that you can see right now on your screen over here, this is your falling wedge, okay? And this is the target, basically, where the wedge was formed, okay? So we did have a smaller wedge. This white wedge, as you can see, was a bit smaller, a bit tighter. We got to the target where the wedge was formed, the smaller wedge. We had a pullback towards the EMAs, which is great. And now we're going to look for this next target of this falling wedge. After that, what you want to target is the 0.236 on this larger fib. And the larger fib is set from the all-time high over here that we set in March to the swing low in May. Okay? Now, the 1.272 on the smaller fib actually co-aligns with the 0.0236 fib on the larger fib. So you could say that this area is going to have a major resistance because it got rejected from there once, basically. So be careful with this area. Potentially, don't buy in here. If you're going to get there, you can potentially maybe even have some sell orders at this point and wait for a pullback towards the EMAs. Obviously, we're waiting for that announcement for SparkPoint to be listed on Binance, and I think that will drive the price up massively. And on the actual listing day, I think we can go absolutely parabolic and have like a couple of scam wicks towards the upside, even as far as 20 cents, but I wouldn't be too bullish about that, and I wouldn't count on that, because unless you have your sell order set, you're not going to be able to sell on those prices. So if you have your SparkPoint staking, then think about perhaps taking the tokens out of staking, because once you have them in staking, you're going to need to pull them out of there and bring them onto the exchange and sell them. So just be prepared with your tokens if you're looking to take profits, actually. But by the end of this year, I will be taking profits, considering the fact that we're probably going to get a major pullback in December or January, right? And we don't know if that pullback is going to be the pullback into the bear market, or is that pullback going to be just a strong 60% correction, just like we had in May. So really nobody knows, but my targets by the end of the year are 4 to 5 cents. Obviously, with a Binance listing, we can go even higher from there, but nobody knows for sure. You want to start taking profits. I would suggest taking profits from 4 to 5 cents, right? And when we have the pullback, you can buy back in with the money that you took out at these levels, right? But that's not a financial advice. Let's jump into the RSI. So this is one of the most beautiful things I've seen in TA, actually. So look at this breakout from the symmetrical triangle. I did say last video that you broke out of this. That is your confirmation that you're going bullish. You're flipping bullish on Spark Point, and you had a beautiful retest of this trend line because you've been testing it as resistance multiple times. Here you broke out of it and you backtest as support. So now this is solid support, and now you're moving up, and hopefully we can get to the overbought, take profits, and buy back in lower. But you know, that would be the dream, obviously. And yeah, I do have a lot of Spark Point. I'm very bullish on this project. I do check their Twitter pretty much daily for constant updates, and hopefully we'll get some information on the Binance listing, because once we get the listing date, I think we're going to have a pump by that point. Then we may have a little retracement, and towards the actual listing, we can actually go absolutely parabolic and hit 10 cents even, right? So yeah, now let's jump into KuCoin. Now, jumping into KuCoin, you do see this kind of symmetrical triangle over here, and this is quite a larger pattern than the ones we have on TradingView. So this is actually a symmetrical triangle because, as you can see, we had sideways movement here, and this wave towards the downside is actually in the triangle itself, so that this doesn't count as a pennant. Now, this is a symmetrical triangle. You have your breakout target at 2 cents pretty much. This is 2 cents. This is a strong resistance level that we have because we have a touch off that level. This is where we got rejected, right? You can see. So that is going to be a strong resistance level. You can set some sell orders at this price, 0.02 cents, and then buy back in at the high at which I set this fib up from 0.01803. That's the high of the fib, and the low is in May over here at 0.00233. So yeah, we're looking for a full retracement towards this high, and once you break that high, you're looking at 0.02775 cents, and from where we are right now to that technical target, it's a 440% trade, and that will only be our technical target after we break this high over here, right? I'm just gonna try to drag this here, and there we go. So that's our high. You want to break that in order to have the 1.618 on the fib as your target. So we have started actually breaking out of this symmetrical triangle, which is great. The target is from the top of the triangle to the very bottom. You place it at the breakout point where we broke out. And as you can see, we broke out and we even back tested as support pretty much over here. We just landed back into the pattern a bit. Then we had that move towards the upside on the daily chart. So you can consider this as a back test of support. You got supported by the EMAs, and now you're looking to take out the 0.236, okay? I'm very excited for Spark Point by the end of the year. I think some massive gains are coming, and don't be too greedy, guys. Make sure to take profits. Now let's take a look at some oscillators on the daily chart. Here we got the bullish cross October 1st on the MACD on Spark Point, and let's take a look at where that was actually. So let's take a look. Okay, that was pretty much over here at 0.00334, and you're up 63% from that target where the MACD had the bullish cross. So see what I talk about the MACD as a lagging indicator. It's still very useful because once you get those bullish crosses, that is your confirmation of an uptrend. Now the RSI looks pretty healthy. As always, if you start coming up to this zone over here, to the overbought, anywhere above the index of 70, that's when you want to be taking profits. Not all profits, right? If you see Spark Point jump to like 5 to 7 cents before the listing, you can take like 10-15% profit. Then you can set some higher level, higher sell orders for the listing. You can sell at those huge numbers we're going to get when it lists on Binance. And then you can buy back in at the at the retest, right, and the pullback that we're gonna get. So yeah, taking a look at the stochastic RSI, slowly but surely we're coming back and creeping up to this area over here, right? And this is looking like we're gonna get there, obviously, and from there the only way we can go is straight down. So what I would recommend is that you start taking profits when you are in that zone on the stochastic RSI. But this is a low cap gem, so be careful. If you have your targets, adhere to those targets. Don't listen to me. I'm just some dude on the internet giving you targets. So you shouldn't listen to me, but you can take into consideration the technicals that I'm giving to you. So that is pretty much everything that I wanted to show you, I think. So if I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to check out the Telegram chat and the Discord server, because a lot of fellas are sharing great TA in the Discord server, in the Telegram chat as well, sharing some news, sharing low cap gems in both chats. So make sure to check those out. If you have any suggestions or any requests for a video, you can leave them in the Discord or in the Telegram chat, and I will definitely not leave you waiting. So yeah, and check out the 2 videos on your screen right now. That is it for me. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace out.